Hiya, it's Zaya. I've gone ahead and divided these into two separate stacks. We have my Hemlock and Oaks and then some other notebook over here onto the side. I do want to mention that I am missing 3 systems from Hemlock and Oak. They are the inserts. They are in pre-order. One is going to be used for meal planning. Another one is going to be used for recipes. And the last one is my memory keeper. So I don't have those yet, but when they do arrive, we will do a setup and all of that. But before we get into the Hemlock and Oaks, let's talk about these real quick. This is an Aura Style B6, and I purchased this in 2024, and it looks like this. It's just a notebook. I use this for writing down any dreams and or stories that come to my mind, and this one is just going to be rolling over into the next year. Now, this is a My Little Journal, I believe it's called, or Scrappy Notebook. It's from My Little Journal over here on YouTube. I was going to be using this one to write down things that make me happy, and I was going to call this my happiness journal. I'm not quite sure if that's still the way that I want to use this. I really like the layout that she has where they're the 2 columns, and I might still try to do that, or I might try to follow this. I wish that this book told you exactly the measurements for these specific boxes, but because it doesn't have it on here, I'm thinking I might maybe do different types of layouts. I really like the column idea, but I'm also thinking I might do a happiness notebook using a Hemlock and Oak disc bound system. It has not been determined yet, but because this has a 2026 cover on it, I'm going to be using it for something. I'm not sure if it's going to be for my happiness book or my happiness book is going to be something else. So stay tuned for that. We're going to go ahead and place that over to the side. Now let's get into my Hemlock and Oaks. All right, this one is a regular notebook. Ooh, I just got these in yesterday, so they're brand spanking new. Now, this is my first year using a Hemlock and Oak. The paper so far is very nice. I'm going to be using this one right here. It has the bunny on it. Love bunnies. This one is going to be used for my goals. Now, we're going to get into the setups of all of these books the further we go down into November and December. But for right now, this is going to be my goal book for 2026. The only thing about these is, yes, I love the covers, but all of my vision boards are going to have to go inside the book instead of being on the front. All right. Next one we have here. Now, this book I'm going to be, I didn't mention, these 2 are TN size. This one right here, I love this color. I love it. I'm going to be using this one for learning. Now, you might think of it as like a commonplace book, but I'm just going to be calling it learning because that's essentially what I'm going to be putting in here. Anything that I learn besides hobbies. So what I did was I wrote down a whole list of things that I'm interested in, and I want to learn about those specific things, but they don't really align with other books that I have. They're just interests. And so I'm going to be journaling about those things in this book. All right. The next one we have is an A5, and it has that same cute little rabbit. And I did pick up some charms. I got the hummingbird, and then I got this one, which kind of looks like a snowflake because I love winter. Now, this one does not have a purpose, but that's okay because it's just a notebook, and then this one has the elastic on it. It originally did have a purpose, but as I mentioned in my previous video that had the taken notes, I have combined some of my books, and the purpose behind this book is no longer needed, but that's okay because it's a notebook and I can use it anytime in the future. So this one will not be getting used in 2026, to my knowledge, not yet. Yeah, it does not currently have a purpose, but that is perfectly okay. I wanted to make sure I got that bunny covered because I love bunnies. Okay, now this is the Hemlock and Oak Daily. And none of these have been set up. As I mentioned, I did pick them up yesterday. So this one has the daily layout. I've been getting a lot of inspiration from my little journal. And this one is going to be used for, I want to call it journaling, but I'm going to call it instead daily log. And I liked the way that she does it, where she has different stickers and stamps kind of showcasing how the day is going, and just kind of like a snapshot of the day with different decorations. That's essentially what I'm going to be doing here in this book. Is I'm going to be recording the day, and I'm also going to be having on the side highlights. So this will be those little sections broken down, and then the highlights of the day. And I will go over all of that during my setup, but this is my daily log. I guess you could call it a journal, but I'm calling it a daily log. And we're going to go ahead and place that off to the side. Now I only have 2 left, and these are both notebooks, which means they just have the grid. I prefer grid. I have such a hard time writing straight if there's no grid. All of these, except for this one here, has the 70 GSM paper. I'm so sad that they don't have any more of these hummingbirds. I'm so sad. Okay. Well, let's get into this one first. I love this color, as I mentioned. It's the same one over here. I'm going to be using this one for faith keeping. I am going to try to read the entire Bible in 2026. And to do so, I'm going to be taking all of my notes and writing all of my verses down inside of this notebook here. And that's the only purpose this notebook will have. And then hopefully, I can completely read the Bible, and then this book can be shelved and it will be perfect in its gloriousness. If you know of any place that I can get cover on covers for any of these, please let me know. I would love cover on covers. They need them. I want them. Please tell me where I can buy them. Now this last one, I wish I would have got the little hummingbirds on this one. This one has the new paper, because that's all they had available when I went to get it, was the 70 GSM, which I think is going to be fine. I like how soft it is. It's so soft compared to this one, which is really thick. I don't plan on doing any stamping in here, which is fine because I do think there will be some ghosting. It's mostly going to be for journaling, maybe some stickers. Well, yeah, there's going to be stickers, but I mean, maybe some stamping. Not stamping. Photos. That's the word I was looking for. I'm going to be using this one for relationship tracking. My partner and I, we have some big plans coming up, and I really want to kind of memory keep, but keep it away from my memory planner, away from my journal. I want it to be very special and very, I guess, private. And I really want to have it in this notebook because the nickname that he gave me is Hummingbird. So he calls me Hummingbird, which I love. I find it absolutely adorable. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get that and then journal about our relationship, our new budding relationship in this book. So yeah, that is where we are currently at. This is going to be mine and my partner's relationship journal, my learning journal, my goal plan, reading the Bible, my daily journal / daily log, not going to be using, undecided, possibly for happiness or happiness journaling, things that make me happy, and then lastly for writing. All right, and I think this one was a lot faster, a lot shorter than the other two, just because these ones, they don't have covers on them yet, and this company is new to me. And the other companies, I think I had more books, or maybe I had the same amount. I'm not sure. And of course, we will go through all of these at the very end. Once all of them are all set up, you will be able to see all of the vision boards for everything. Like I mentioned, This one here, we won't be going into depth on the channel. I don't ever think I will be showing it or showing any pages from it, just because it's very personal to my relationship with my partner. But yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait for 2026. And as I mentioned, I'm still waiting for 3 more systems to come in, but I think it's going to be amazing and I'm so excited to share it with you. And I hope you stick around and maybe you get some inspiration. And yeah, have an amazing day. Bye.